What is up, you buttercups? It's your friendly neighborhood burial boy with some more Destiny 2 news. Bungie has made some really big moves, some really big changes, some things we've kind of all been waiting for, along with some things I don't think we really were waiting for or asking for that matter. But either way, today we're going to get all into it. Roll the intro. What's up, guys? Thanks for tuning in today. I really appreciate you stopping by. If you haven't subscribed already, don't forget to subscribe and smash that bell icon so you don't miss anything I got coming up for you guys today. And while we're on it, before we get started, if you want some real true focus, want something really delicious while you're gaming, even while you're not gaming, if you're just in your everyday life, you need a little bit of extra energy, a little bit of focus, a little bit of just clean energy, something that makes you feel good without the crash. Don't forget to click the link down in the description. Go ahead and get you an extra 10% off of an entire purchase of some Maw Energy. It's incredible. I use it daily. I recommend it across the board. It's the way to go. Oh, this is the way. But on to our first topic. I gotta be honest, I told myself I wasn't gonna make a video on this because everybody and their brother's already fucking done it. I don't need to do it, but I gotta be honest, I'm happy about it. I'm way too excited about it. This is something that is tremendous and huge amongst the Destiny 2 community. It's something that we've been waiting for and begging for and pleading with Bungie for so long. And truly, finally, they have listened, and it is awesome. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, you are seeing that correctly. Bungie is finally making a move towards an anti-cheat. They are finally taking a stand against the massive amount of cheaters and hackers and modders and everything else that's just not playing the game in Destiny 2, and it is incredible. We've been waiting for it for too long. I know I've even mentioned it in previous videos where talking about how PvP and the Crucible is just broken right now, and really it has been. It's just been T-rash. It's terrible. And I mean, I have a video completely dedicated to the struggle of PvP right now and the state that PvP and the Crucible is in. But this gives me some hope. This gives all of us some hope, and I'm pretty sure everyone's pretty dumbfounded excited about it. I mean, except for these guys right here. Okay, here we have some screenshots from the Discord for Perfect Aim. This brings joy to my heart. I mean, really, just to see the absolute just dickery of these people. I mean, what should I do then? Is there another cheat I can buy? I mean, because you absolutely cannot play the game without cheating. I mean, come on, really? Look, I know it's a grind. I know it can be hard sometimes, but damn, man, it is not like that. I mean, really, just the balls on some of these people. I mean, it dumbfounds me. I cannot understand this mentality. I mean, right here, I'm looking for other D2 cheats, but I can't seem to find any. I mean, really? Come on, guys. Really? Really? It's that bad? It's really that bad? This right here completely has made my day. It's those fucking YouTubers are the ones to blame. You're damn right. Not to mention the fact of literally everyone who's reporting you to Bungie, everyone who's recording everything you're doing. I mean, come on, you had to know it was going to happen. Look, you can only cheat in the game for so long before eventually developers are going to be like, wait, hold on, stop. You can't do that. Stop what you're doing. And this is just a handful, a very small amount of some of the screenshots that have been taken. Actually, Aztecross has a video, I'll link down in the description, where he has more screenshots. People have been emailing him things and sending him screenshots from the Discord. I mean, oh my god, it's so much worth a look. I'm telling you, it's hilarious. Just the amount of people that just cannot play without cheating. If you can't cheat, you can't play the game. It's just not the same. I mean, come on, guys. It really, come on. On that note, that does not mean cheating will never happen in Destiny 2. I mean, you can never completely rule out cheating. There will always be someone who will find a cheat, someone who will find an exploit, someone who will make a mod, someone who will do something. But this right here, Bungie making a stand like this against Perfect Aim, and not only saying, hey, stop this, we're taking charge, we're going to be watching it, we're going to be watching and monitoring our games, we're going to be watching and monitoring our PvP, our PvE, everything. No, they are taking legal action. They're hitting these guys in the pockets. I mean, and that's where it's going to matter. That's where people are really going to get all kinds of butthurt. You're really going to grab someone's attention. So, I think we can say the score. Bungie 1, cheaters, you suck. You out. You done. We're taking you out. You lose. Now, next up in our discussion for today is the weekly Twab. Now, this is the Sandbox preview that we've all kind of been waiting to see. First off, right here, I think this is the part that most people are wanting to see, are the hand cannon adjustments. I'm not going to go into incredibly in-depth detail here. I'm going to have it posted up right here for you to see. But overall, what's going to happen is 110 RPM hand cannons are moving to a new archetype of 120 RPM hand cannons. That's going to offer up some really interesting gameplay. That's actually something I'm pretty happy about. I'm really curious to try it out. I think it's going to be really interesting to see how things change up with that. Also, 150 RPM hand cannons are no longer going to be a thing, which is going to be a little weird because that's right now the meta in hand cannon are your 150 RPM hand cannons. All 150 RPM hand cannons are moving to 140. They are going to be combined with the 140 adaptive frame hand cannons, all except for one, the Sunshot. It's an interesting choice, really. It's not a bad hand cannon. It's not a bad weapon at all, but I do find that to be a bit of an interesting choice to be the one hand cannon they leave at 150. So we know for a fact Sunshot's going to be meta as fuck. Also stated right here, 180 RPM hand cannons are going to be getting a magazine scaled up by 37%, as well as a range buff, making your range fall off start at 25 meters as opposed to 20 where they stand now. Now that the range is going to make a tad bit of a difference. I think not a whole tremendous amount, but the 37% magazine increase is actually not a bad idea. I mean, 180s aren't terrible. They're not bad. They're just not very forgiving. You have to land your crits, and if you don't, you better hope you can spray the body before you get dead real quick. Next adjustment are these sniper rifles. Now, they're not really... They are making an adjustment, and it's a very interesting one, and I don't think it's terrible, but we're really going to have to really play with it and see how much of a difference this change makes. As of right now, they're going to be adjusting the auto aim, or the aim assist, for sniper rifles. They're going to be taking the low zoom scopes, and they're going to have those have the largest reduction in aim assist. They're going to have the smallest cone of aim assist. As far as the highest zoom scopes, they're going to have a very large aim assist cone. They already have a pretty large one. They're going to give a little bit of a buff. They're going to bump it up a little bit. So that's going to change things up a bit, because you get a lot of people right now, everyone favors the low zoom scopes. I mean, I do too, because it gives you a wider range of view, and it gives you essentially a bit more of a range to play with, as opposed to having to stay very far away. It's a little bit easier to play a little bit more up close. Now the next big thing that's really the as important topic of discussion with the hand cannons are auto rifles. Now the auto rifles, they're actually not doing seemingly a whole lot to it. It is a difference. Right now they're going to take the damage per bullet. It's going to go from 15.75 damage per bullet to 14.25. Now that's still higher than it was in Season of Worthy, where auto rifles were just garbage, but I don't know. It's going to make a difference. I think it's going to add at least another bullet or two to the required bullets to kill. So it's definitely going to increase the time to kill. I do fully believe that auto rifles are still going to be very meta in the next season and Beyond Light. Definitely, without a shadow of a doubt, there's still going to be a high player in the meta. It's going to even out a little bit, but you're still going to see a lot of them from what I can see here. And then the dreaded Mountaintop. Good Lord, I am so happy to see this thing is finally getting nerfed. So finally, Mountaintop is getting a nerf. It says here, we've had a ton of feedback. The Mountaintop feels a bit over the top in Crucible modes. No shit. So, as of now, they're going to try and do what they can to adjust it. The changes they're making is they're going to reduce the splash damage with 33%, which is pretty nice. It's going to increase the impact damage to a percent lower than it was before. They're going to reduce the projectile velocity multiplier from the micro missile perk. I mean, it's not a huge adjustment, but I'm sure it's going to make a difference. Apparently, it's going to take the percentage going to only be 20% faster than the breach grenade launchers, where previously it was 40%. So that's a big adjustment. And it's going to reduce the in-air accuracy, which is where you really primarily see Mountaintop used, as people floating above you, jumping above you, and literally just dropping nades on you from above and splash damaging you, or hitting you with that and one-shotting you. If they're not, they're just going to clean you up after. I mean, that's the primary area where you see Mountaintop in play. And so now there's apparently going to be a significant projectile error while in air, about 7 degrees worth of error without Icarus grip. And 7 degrees doesn't sound like a lot, but especially when in air, that's going to actually be a bit of a bigger difference. I think most people will realize. So I'm pretty happy about that, really happy about it. And the saddest news we have today, Fallen Guillotine is going to be reduced. It's getting nerfed. They're going to be reducing the heavy attack damage by 24%. They are taking almost a quarter worth of the damage out of the heavy attack. No more spin to win, boys. It's just not going to happen. I guess it's not really a bad thing. I mean, it's a fantastic weapon. Instead of dropping the percentage down, however, I kind of would have rather have them take the other swords in the game and kind of bring them up to Fallen Guillotine level, because I do feel like something like a sword should be that nuts. Like, it should be that intense, because you're already in all kinds of close range, because you got to smack them with it. Oh, and rocket launchers are going to be getting a buff. They're going to be increasing their reserves by 1 or 2 rockets depending on their inventory stat. That's going to be beautiful, even though they probably should have just buffed the damage. But, yeah, I'll take more rockets. More rockets will be fun. That'll be fine. And the Outlaw perk is going to be getting a buff. Finally, it's going to be actually a little bit more useful. The reload stat bonus from that's going from 50 to 70. That's going to be really nice. And both Mida Multi-Tool, Mida Mini-Tool, and Sturm and Drang, essentially their main perk is going to be synergized into the actual weapon. It's going to become the intrinsic trait of the weapon. And for the Mida weapons, they're going to be adding hipfire grip and kill clip to them. And Sturm and Drang are going to be receiving accurized round and moving target. Ruinous Effigy is going to be getting a bit of a nerf. Transmutation Spears are going to be reducing the damage of their aerial melee attack by 25%, and they're going to significantly reduce the damage of the drain effect on enemy combatants. And I mean, as much as that's really nifty, they probably need to, because it's a bit OP. You can literally walk in just a swarm of anything and drain everything around you with no problem whatsoever. And apparently Arbalest is no longer going to strike shields multiple times, but its efficiency against shield targets is going to be increased. And this one I'm pretty cool with. The Jade Rabbit is going to have armor-piercing rounds swapped to high-caliber rounds. That's going to stop that problem that apparently some people have been having with the exotic perk not triggering. Also, having that stagger from high-caliber rounds is really going to be nice. Oh, and yeah, Merciless is getting an increased inventory stat from 36 to 55, because we care about that. Yeah. Oh yeah, final little tidbit here. Adept weapons are coming back for trials. It's gonna be nice, and they're getting their own shader. Here, take a look. Looks nice. I dig it. Goody. I like it. They're going to be getting some of their own Adept weapon mods, which are only going to be able to be used on Adept weapons from trials, so that's going to be pretty interesting to see. They get some pretty unique stuff just for them. Also, the shader on the Adept weapons can only be used on the Adept weapons. You cannot dismantle those weapons and receive the shader. That is not how that's going to work. But guys, I think that's going to about wrap us up for today on in Destiny news. If you've enjoyed it, if you liked it, I'd really appreciate you if you leave a like down below. It really helps me out on the channel tremendously. And if you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and do that. It's right down there. Just click it. Right, click. Yeah, click it. Yeah, there you go. Did you do it? Yeah, okay, cool. Didn't think so. Anyway, subscribe and smash the bell icon for me. That way you can keep up to date. You'll be notified every single time I post a new video, whether it be news, whether it be a guide, whether it be a funny montage just to get you laughing or bouncing in your seat. And I really appreciate everybody stopping by. It's been a blast, and remember guys, life's a grave. Just dig it.